Hey guys, Wicked here, and I quit my job, and it changed my life for the better. So I thought I should share my experience working in the steel industry and going away from it. So how did I start in steel industry? I'm a welder fabricator by trade. I've been doing this work since I don't know, about 15, maybe more than 15 years. How did I get into this? Well, my father was a blacksmith. He always told me stories how they worked in a firm. The firm still exists today, but it's not a blacksmithing firm anymore. And he told me how they made cannonballs. The rough shape was made in a machine. The spherical shape to the dimension was made by hand. And he told me how he hammered that steel every day, all day. He was really a jack of all trades, but I do really believe he was a master of some of them. Everything he started, he made well. He made really well, and he could work with steel. He could work roofing in masonry. I mean, he was really a jack of all trades. I don't know how to say it otherwise. And I learned a whole lot from him. I really did. He had a work ethic. If you do good, if you work good, and if you work hard, you will be repaid. I will always remember that. And he was right. If you do something good, and people see it, that you did a good job, and they cherish it, you are repaid. Maybe not monetary, but you are repaid for the work that you do. And he always told me, everything you do it to the best of your ability. Everything. And that stuck with me. So yeah, my dad was a huge influence on me. But my grandfather was, by his trade, I don't know exactly how it's called in English. I think the closest thing is a tool maker, but he wasn't a tool maker per se. Let's say a firm had to make one firm had to make this part, and they didn't know how to do it, so they called my grandfather and said, well, we want to make this shape in mass. Can you make a machine that can do this shape? And he did. So that was my grandfather's profession. He made machines to make stuff. I don't know how it's called in English, but yeah, that's what he did. One of my fondest memories is watching him bring out that old buzz box, a welder, an old arc welder. It was a box like this, but heavy as hell. And this is true, this is one of my first memories. I will never forget that. When he gave me a piece of tinted glass, the welding glass for the old school helmet, he said, look through this, but never, ever look welding without this glass. And so I put that glass over my eyes, and he started to weld it, and it was mesmerizing. It really was. It was mesmerizing to me. It was so fascinating, the procedure, the all the sparks and the noise and he could put two pieces of metal together and it was one, and that stuck with me forever. And yeah, I did metalwork as a hobby, and now all these years later, not my father, not my grandfather, they're no longer here. But I miss them. I do miss them. A lot. So, a couple of years later, I was offered a job at a tool making company. We made aluminium tools for making seats for Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, all the top European brands of car makers. And there, I learned how to weld. I learned how to weld aluminum and steel. I learned how to read blueprints and fabricate stuff. I worked at that company, I don't know, for about 3 years, and someone said, well, come work with us. It will be better paid, you know, everything, better work, better paid. And I foolishly did. I didn't know at the time, but I left that job and I went working for someone else. That didn't work out as planned. I was 30 years old, a lot of energy, everything. I didn't know anything, but still. So I went for a welder. A firm here nearby me hired me as a welder, and so I welded. I welded every day, all day. And if you're a welder, you know the pain. Everybody who welds for a job knows how it is. You have tough bosses, tough jobs, long hours, and well, one into the other, you know. You get into booze and drugs and everything. As Fred Debon would say, it's to ease the pain, you know. And I worked like that for years and years and years. And you know what was the worst thing about this? I started in metalworking as a hobby. I love it. I love metalworking. But metalworking for a job as a 9 to 5 killed my hobby. And I said, no more. No more. It really took the soul out of me, and I couldn't. There were some days, years ago, some days I would come home, I was tired, but I went here into the shop and I would just weld something together and cut something, and just to work with metal. The job sucked that excitement out of me forever. Not forever, but it did. It did suck the life out of me. But you know what? I met someone. I met a girl that was really supportive of me. And she saw I wasn't happy. And she told me that she would support me in every way. So I quit my job. I quit my job as a welder fabricator after 15 or more years. But you know what? I got back the passion. I really did. I got back the passion and I went full out. I'm now working in a lumber factory with wood, no steal, whole day. And when I come back home, I can do this for a hobby. You know, it is my passion, but the work sucked that out of me. So yeah, I'm back. I'm back again. And now that I made this change, I'm so happy. And I urge you, if you're not happy where you are, please make that step, like I did. It is hard, but you can make it. I believe in you. And I hope you now understand why I didn't upload as much the past few years. So thank you for watching, my friends. I thank you for listening to me. And I really do hope if you are struggling like I did, please make that decision and find something that makes peace in your heart. I did thanks to my girlfriend. And if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you can still do it. I believe in you. Just make that first step, and it will change your life forever. I have a lot of new videos coming up. I have 2 videos in editing, lots of cool stuff, restorations. I have stuff for a belt grinder to make, and I really have a lot of things to make. So I really hope you stay and watch my videos. So, and please comment on them. If you like the video, if you didn't like something, if you want to correct me on something, sometimes I misspeak. English isn't my first language, so sometimes I make mistakes in pronouncing things, or in making things. You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We are all learning. But I'm very grateful for each and every one of you that watches my videos and engages with them. Here's to a new future. I really hope you'll be with me, and I thank you all for watching. And stay tuned. I am Wicked. Goodbye.